Well, it's another day. So I was moving stuff around yesterday, trying to slowly organize again, get this room into some semblance of making sense. Move some stuff on the walls. I gotta raise that. That's too low. Going stupid with this stuff, just having a little fun. Gonna have to raise that up or put that somewhere else because I think I'm gonna put a fourth mount right up here eventually, but no rush on that. And I was going through parts. And I was like, not that I'm in some rush to build another pew, but, I'll say, all right, what parts do I have to work with if I wanted to have an onboard project? And we've got, not a whole lot to work with. This is the battle arms that I bought a while back. It's got the Badass Pro A&B safeties. I forget what trigger I threw in here. It's one of the decent ones. Not fancy. Got the bolt catch that I didn't realize. I don't think it may have been fucking threaded, but it ain't threaded no more because I banged that bitch in there and it's there to stay. Anyway, this is the one I was going to possibly use. My only hesitation, if we do a 1 and then a flashlight, because Samsung are assholes, is the width of the walls. If you can see, the right wall is a little thicker than the left, which I thought was odd. I can't remember if I bought that as a blem or not. But if we look at this redacted, they're both evenly, if you can get a good look with that focus, they're kind of both evenly proportionate. So if we try to line these up using my big fat beer belly, let's see if we can, so see, those are even. Now this guy is a little fatter on the right. Now some people had mentioned it was a design feature, which I can't really, what does it, give it more integrity on the right? That doesn't make sense. So I don't know. This has already got more parts in it. So I guess as a build, is this locked down? Or is this just, well, I'm going to have to readjust it anyway. So we have the upper. I'm trying to know, what brand is the upper? I think it might be, no, I think I sold the redacted upper because I built it out. I can't remember anymore. So we have an upper, we have a lower. We got the basic bits. We have the SLR rail. I spent an hour looking for its barrel nut. Could not find it last night in the garage. Somewhere is a barrel nut. I don't know where. I looked in all the basic places. It's my lack of organization coming back to bite me in the ass again. But somewhere is a barrel nut. Excuse me, sir. Do you know where the barrel nut is? Okay, thanks, pal. So we have to find the barrel nut, right? What we don't have is a barrel. Now, I do have a stonk, the gray stonk, and the gray grip. To run the stonk, obviously it has to be a 16-inch plus barrel, or SBR. And let's face it, I'm not going to be quick to jump on the SBR train. If I was, all these three would have stonks right now. And that's just not realistic at this point in time. Then the other question is, I already have two 16s. Do I really need a third? But I'll never say no to another gun. And we could probably have a little fun on the paint side of this. And I do have the Shoot Fast Eat Ass sticker on there, and I hate to rip it off because it'll get destroyed. Oh, you know what we could do? Tape around it. Meaning, just use the scalpel and put tape over the Shoot Fast Eat Ass to retain that. And then we could paint it. I'd probably want to remove the safeties and the bits. I don't know, man. You see how I'm just messing around with ideas, trying to figure shit out. I mean, we do have this pick-mounted emissary. We can repaint a bit. And we can run that with one of the adapters. So we have one of the adapters here. We could do NATO on this and maybe do some tiger striping with the olive. Then we have that bad boy right here. So essentially we could run, get this heat gun over here. And I think I brought my stand in here, huh? Thought it was in here. It's still outside on barbecue action. Alright, so we've got, now this is a 12 1/4 SLR rail. If I find the barrel nut and we give it a paint job, or I could just paint the whole upper together probably. 12 1/4 with a 16 barrel. It would poke out a bit, but we're only talking like 4 inches. So it wouldn't be crazy. So we're talking about that far, which is fine. What's the purpose of the weapon? I don't know. People always ask you, what's the purpose? What's your plan for it? What are you going to do with it? Like, I don't know. I'm going to build it and shoot it very rarely and hang it up on a wall and be proud of myself that I completed yet another project. I don't know. But I have the parts. Figure, you know, all I really need, honestly, I even have a cheap, where's that last holdover muzzle? Here, that's the Radical one. It's ugly as fuck, but it's a muzzle for now, right? We would have an optic. We can run this. We can give this a paint. I'll leave it FDE. We got that. You know, we do need a trigger guard. I think I have a few Stalker ones I could work with, or we could just order a winter guard and just keep the theme going. Those aren't much. The barrel, I don't know. Do a Roscoe or something. Doesn't have to be fancy. We're not building fancy gun. I don't know, you know. But for when I feel like working on stuff again, it's good to have a little side project. So here's that mag that Chris did for me. Forgot about it for a while. It was on the table over there. Thanks, Chris. You rock, brother. I really appreciate that. Very nice of you. There's that 40 with Bigfoot. Those 40s are pretty much fucking useless. Even 30s when I'm trying to zero. And I need to buy a few more 20s, actually. So we've got some parts. Don't forget, we got this light, which is now not allocated. So we can run that stream one more time. Still on the first battery, 2 years later. Going strong. Not that it gets used much, but. So that's where I'm thinking right now. Like, all right, for those times you want to get a little creative, and don't forget, we still have build 1.0 broken down. The old Spider build, the first build that went through 18 different paint jobs and paint strips. For some reason, it's still sticky on certain places. That looks like trash, really. Oh, that's loose. Yeah, build 1.0. Now, your Midwest Industries combat rail. We have your barrel nut. So that's a 10, right? 10 inch? 10.5? 10? We do have the 30 cal Surefire. Surefire. Oh, I don't know. Who makes these for Dead Air? This was in my box with my suppressor. He said I could have it. That's for 300 black, obviously. But if we're doing a 300 black build, we're damn sure not going to do 16 inch, right? So, and I don't have 300 black ammo. Charging handles, we still have the Suns. That was a gift from a wonderful human being. And we still have an ODG Radian on standby. So we got a lot of parts. Do I need to build another one? No. Is it fun? Yeah. Do I like doing my videos and doing my paint and all that and just having a ball with it? Yeah. So I was thinking, I mean, all I really would need to get started is a barrel if I want to do 16. I really don't want to spend any more money on braces right now because I don't know what's going on with the amnesty shit. If they're going to, you know, if you can still run braces and then submit the paperwork and then have the option. If they're going to waive the fees, I'll jump on that. Fuck it, right? But Until then, you know, got to be safe and follow all the state, local, and federal laws as it pertains to running this kind of plastic on the back of the butt versus that kind of plastic. Because, you know, reasons, I guess, they have. I don't know. Seems pretty fucking similar to me. Those feel just sturdy enough like these. I mean, as a stock is a little bit sturdier, but we're not talking night and day here. The alphabet boys confuse me sometimes. Whatever, brother. It's your world. I'm just trying to find my way in it legally. So that's where I'm at. What do we want to do with this? Which lower do we want to go with? Want to do the redacted? We want to stick with the shoot fast, eat ass, oddly fat and thin-walled battle arms. Has more bits in it. You know, I mean, a lower is a lower. We can build them both out and just do what we want. They're all purchased as other, so I'm able to run these as both pistols and rifles, depending on the upper thrown on it. Legally, I'm covered there. I don't want to have to transfer parts from here to there either. So, battle arm seems like a good candidate, but then we come back to what's the whole purpose of the damn gun, which I have none really. I just got some parts and I want to kind of paint them and put them together because I enjoy that shit. That's about it. So that's what I'm going to be thinking about. Maybe I can score a cheap barrel. I mean, I'm not. I got some of my Gucci shit going already. We can just fire. Even these are pretty fire. You know, the LMT turned out great. Levesky. The one I banged on with a hammer for a while. Couldn't get that goddamn thing off. Kept going in different directions. Getting advice from 12 people. We got it done. But there's some hysterical footage on that shit. So this is more of us like a... I'm not going to say a meme build. But, you know. Doesn't have to be too fancy. So I don't know. For when I'm bored and I want something to tinker with, you know, I have some parts to do it. All I really need is a barrel. The rest is figure out a paint scheme. I do need a forward assist. I might have some old stonkers in the garage somewhere that we can strip and then repaint, or start going through all the spare parts and shit. What are you? You're a couple of Arasaka offsets, and that part I'm supposed to install on the KP9 to replace the stock one. Here's a Geisley buoy and a Troy. Is that Troy? They're FDE. So, you know, just bouncing around some ideas for when I'm feeling frisky. We do have some FDE stuff. We can ronk on it. FDE. Kind of. We got a little ODG. Got this for the Streamlight. Got the LCS. You know, so I have options. I even have, oh no, the FDE. We have I have an ODG of this too, of the what's it called, Magpul. So we have some options to fuck with shit. I wonder if Montana Gold sells a decent matte gray paint. But yeah, that would go on nice. Just do a gray man all the way build. We will see. That's part of the fun of it, I guess. I enjoy it. You should too. I know you do. That's about it. And get back to what I'm supposed to be doing in the house and other stuff. Just thought I'd bounce some ideas around, maybe get some input. I know. Take a training class. Stop fucking building guns. And yeah, I know. I'm talking about in between all those goals. It's nice to have this fucker and come in and tinker with it and have a little fun with it. The first adventure is to find the barrel nut for this fucker. I don't know what I do with it. It's somewhere in this maze. Are you a barrel nut? No, sir, you are not. Are you a barrel nut? No, you're the parts that Larry gave me. Here we got some stock safeties. You got a Vieltor end plate that looks like it was Yep, that was staked at one point. Hey, it's not a bad stake right there, son. You can't see it, but trust me, it's fire. Okay. Till next time, boys. Enjoy your day. Hope you have a good one. Your pal, Jay. God bless America.